Hello, my name is Michael Burton, and I'm running for City Council in Ward 4. I was born and raised in Ward 4 and currently reside in the ward. I've been blessed with a very lovely family, including my wife Carolyn, my daughter Amy, her husband Mark, and our little grandson Carter, who is now 2. I went to school and received my Bachelor of Commerce at the University of Windsor, and I received my Master's in Business Administration from the Richard Ivey School at the University of Western Ontario. Many of my concerns are the same concerns that the residents of the City of Windsor and Ward 4 share. I'm finding out as I go from door to door that they are concerned about many of the issues that I'm concerned about. I would like to outline for you a few of the citywide issues that I think have to be addressed by the next City Council, as well as some of the issues in a few minutes that are facing Ward 4. I have a passion to see this city succeed, and I believe the next council, with the right people, can make that happen. A few of the citywide issues that haven't been addressed over the past, but should be and should have been in some cases, include hidden taxes in the NWIN electric rates that current customers are paying. Those hidden taxes amount to $4 million, or $50 per resident. And those hidden taxes, which are called dividends, are paid to the city without many electrical users even having a clue that those exist. I want to make something very clear. I will not support any increases in any property taxes over the next 4 years. That is a solemn promise that I'm making to Ward 4 residents. In fact, many people don't realize that commercial and industrial tax rates are some of the highest in Ontario, and they have increased those tax rates since 2006 by 10% and 13% respectively. I believe job creation has to be priority 1 for the new council, and I believe I can, in a very substantive way, contribute to the results of making this environment and this city more conducive to new investment by employers and creating more jobs by small business as well. In the area of small business, we have to realize that they create the highest number of jobs in Ontario. They are the generator of economic activity at the local level. I am proposing a moratorium on licensing fees for any business that starts up for the next 2 to 3 years. We have to make it easier for people to start businesses, small businesses, and hire individuals to work in those businesses. I'm also proposing a small business incubator, and that will assist entrepreneurs who want to establish business. We want to give them assistance in the areas of legal, finance, marketing, and pilot production facilities. I think the city has to establish a local operation where those entrepreneurs can get help to get business moving and to hire new employees. It's been very successful in a number of communities, and in fact right across the river we see an extremely successful incubator that is bearing fruit for those residents. So it's an area that we must work on and establish. A couple of other areas that require attention are the business improvement areas in Ward 4. We have 3 BIAs, as they're called, in our ward: Erie Street, Wyandotte, and Ottawa. The Erie Street BIA has an excellent plan to establish La Bella Strada for the Via Italia business district in Erie. I want them to know that I support one-time funding by the city to ensure that that plan moves forward. And I think the BIA and Wyandotte, as well as Ottawa, could learn from the proactive effort by the Erie Street BIA. I would support additional one-time funding for both of those areas so that we can create a more pleasant environment for consumers to come and spend their money locally. There's a new tax holiday proposal that's recently been announced. We don't have many details, but in general, I do support that kind of proposal. New investment is critical to get things moving in this area. And I think the effort to attract business, no matter where it comes from, is justified and should be looked at closely. So, assuming the details make sense, and assuming it not only helps large employers, but also smaller businesses, I would find it a very attractive option to assist in diversifying our economy. Another area that has received attention from time to time, but should be looked at more closely, and I think I can have an impact in this area, is that of regional government. Let's start with regional transit. That's a good first step. Regional transit will allow residents to access employers and jobs outside the city proper when they don't have any other way of getting there. My daughter at one time wanted to work on Patillo Road. She did not own a car, so she had to forego a job offer just simply because there was no way of getting out there. I think regional transit will be a boon to both the surrounding communities in Essex County as well as Windsor residents. That leads me to regional government. There's been a lot of talk about regional government. From time to time people support it, and other times they don't. I think it's a necessary step in terms of overall government efficiency. We require a paradigm shift in this area, and we have to take a serious look over the next 4 years in our relationships with surrounding communities so that we can establish a true effort toward regional government. We will reap extremely high benefits in terms of overall efficiency, and cutting out layers of government is something that everybody likes to hear about. I have relationships with leaders in the various communities in the county, and I think there can be a fruitful debate to address that particular issue. Finally, in terms of citywide, I believe the cycling infrastructure and the quality of life is always put on the back burner by council. Cycling is very important to many residents throughout my ward as well as the citywide area. I believe that the current funding level of 20% of objective to improve cycling infrastructure is totally inadequate. I think we have to redirect some of our funding toward these quality of life issues, and that is a good place to start. It's a healthy pastime, and it's an area that has not received the attention it deserves. Within the ward, we have a number of issues as well. Issues that have been bothering people for years and have not been addressed. One happens to be prohibition of heavy traffic on Wyandotte Street. Now, this is a quality of life and also a safety issue, and yet no action has been done. Nothing has been completed on this particular issue. I will work hard to ensure that we do have action to prohibit heavy truck traffic on Wyandotte Street. Another ward issue happens to be the location of methadone clinics. This came up about a year ago on University Avenue. Now we have it on Lincoln Road. It has impacted the people on Lincoln Road financially in a very direct way. They feel with most of their life savings involved in their homes, that they have suffered from the location of the methadone clinic on Lincoln Road. It's my feeling that we have to work to relocate that clinic, provide the necessary support to make it happen, and see that it goes into either a light industrial or commercial area where the high traffic to the clinic will not impact residents and where it will be accessible with Transit Windsor as well. I mentioned that La Bella Strada on Erie Street is an excellent proposal. I want to make it clear that I support capital investment to make that happen, and perhaps even extend the impact of La Bella Strada to other areas. That thinking is excellent for other business improvement areas to implement. Ward 4 constituents deserve better representation. I do not think we can afford 4 years of disagreement with little progress on key issues due to a lack of support from other council members. I believe I am the person that can enlist the support of council to address issues on the Ward 4 more effectively than we've seen in the past. I am asking for your support, and I hope you will consider my credentials in terms of getting results for Ward 4 and the City of Windsor. Thank you very much.